Yo, what is going on, everybody? Scotty Boots here. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. So, I figured there was no better time than now to talk about this particular topic, considering I just put up a video a couple days ago revamping this whole channel that I've been doing for years and taking a huge shift over to health focus because that has become a huge passion of mine over this last year. And wanted to touch on just getting started with your journey because every single journey or health journey started or starts with the day one. It all starts with day one. What I mean by that, and really what the mental aspect of that is, because that's really the big focus with a lot of these videos that I'm going to be doing, is the perception of things, because that's what it all boils down to. You know, it's how do we perceive things? What are we telling ourselves? What's the story that we're giving ourselves? What's keeping us motivated? What's driving that discipline to push us through the days that we're not feeling motivated? It all comes down to a mindset and how you perceive that situation, how you push through it. So what do I mean by every journey starts with day one? Yes, it's as simple as stating, you got to get started with the day one. But when you think deep into that, you never want to judge or put yourself up against anybody else, because I've been there and I know how that feels. When I was sitting at 271 pounds and I saw other people posting their success stories, I would look at that stuff and it would be inspiring. It would make me feel motivated, but I'd look at that too and be like, well, that person already did it, And sometimes that can be a discouragement. You can look at that and go, well, they already did it. They already accomplished it. So what's the point of even getting started? Well, if you think of that from a different outlook and look at that person's journey, they started with the day one. When you see those first pictures or the video of them when they got everything started, that was their day one. And, yes, sometimes you see the whole story in a 5-minute inspirational video and such like that. And sometimes that can get you off your ass and sometimes that can make you feel discouraged. But you got to remember that it all started with the day one. That person who's sharing that story, they put the work in and they put it in hard to get to where they were at. So if you think about it with that outlook, it all starts with the day one, because that's all you have to do is get through day one. It's like anything. If you're trying to kick a habit, an addiction, whatever it is, you're kicking drugs, you're kicking alcohol, you want to quit smoking, you want to change your eating habits, you want to start exercising, you want to start losing weight, whatever it is, you're starting a new job, whatever it is, day one, you got to get through day one. And that's a victory. And that's a victory that you need to celebrate. As you're kind of going through your journey and getting things started, you want to celebrate everything as it comes up. Don't let any stone go unturned, because anything that you're doing now that you weren't doing before is a win. All right. When I was back at 271 pounds and the focus of my day was when I was going to get my next fix from sugar and fast food and everything, and then I flipped that mentality and started eating healthy and putting better things into my body. Every day I did that, I celebrated it. And I'm not saying I went out and bought like a cake, and went counterproductive with it, but inside, that's a mental victory. And that's what we need to do, is stack up as many mental victories as we can, because the more mental victories that we gain, the tougher we make our minds. We start to callous our minds so that way when these things come up and we have to make that tough choice to push away from some of those bad habits, it gets easier and easier and easier. So at first, can feel a little bit hard at times. You might go through some withdrawals and everything with whatever you are trying to kick, but you got to get through that day one and celebrate that, because that's a victory. That's something that you didn't do the day prior or the week prior or years prior, however long you've been trying to kick this. So always remember, your journey starts with day one. And it's just an easy way to look at it. You don't have to see the whole big picture right off the bat, because if we're focusing on changing our lives and making lifestyle changes, the results are going to follow. We don't have to look at the big picture and try to take everything in, because it's too much. Sometimes it's too much to look at the beginning and the end goal of where you want to get to and have all these expectations on yourself, because then you start getting into this mindset of chasing results. And if we're going to put in lifestyle changes and lead a new life, the results don't matter anymore. Just by making those changes, those results are going to follow. All right, another tip right there to help kind of flip that mindset. If you got 50 pounds you want to lose, you have 100 pounds you want to lose, whatever it is, don't look at the big picture of, well, I just need to lose 50 pounds or I just need to lose 100 pounds. That will come. Change your life. Change what you're eating. Change your exercise habits. Change your sleeping habits. Whatever it is that you need to do. Stop snacking at night. Change those things, put in the lifestyle changes, and let the results follow behind. That is the best way to look at it, because if you're chasing results, that's when discouragement can kick in, because you're not focusing on putting in the change. You're not focusing on the lifestyle change. You're focusing on a result. The results are going to come. Let that be a booster, not a discourager. If you have a hard time jumping on the scale because you're looking at it every single day, just waiting for things to go down, don't jump on the scale every single day. We're going to have a really nice discussion about weighing ourselves coming up here in a later video. But if that's a discouragement tool, don't touch it. If you're putting better things into your body and exercising, or at least doing more physical activity than you were before, that's all that matters. The results are going to follow at that time, because you can't just lose the 50 pounds or 100 pounds or whatever you're trying to do, or quit smoking and for a period of time and then go right back to it. That's not how it works. If we're going to change our lives for the future, just look at it as a lifestyle change. And that all starts with your day one. Get through day one, celebrate it, give yourself a self high five, as DDP would say, pat yourself on the back. Whatever you need to do to cement that in and feel proud that you did something different today than you were not doing the day before. That's what it's all about. And then as you stack those up and you keep creating these little mental victories for yourself, those little victories add up and add up. So then when some real shit comes your way and you've got to say no to fast food when your spouse or your best friend is pulling through the drive-thru, you can make that decision for yourself to say no. That's what it's all about. Keep that in mind. Keep it all in mind. It all starts with your day one. That's what I mean by it all starts with day one. Focus on getting through that first day. Celebrate it. Push forward to day two. Day by day, brick by brick. That's what you need to do. Focus on that, the lifestyle change, not the big picture. Day one. Your journey starts, and all of our journeys all started with the day one. Go out there, kick some ass. We will be back here to talk about more. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, love it if you hit the subscribe button there. We are going to be talking about so much good stuff here to put our minds into a better, mindset and mental state so that we can own our lives, tackle these journeys, and really create, the best future for each one of us here. That's what this is all about here. That's what I've learned and really discovered internally for myself over this last year. Got a lot to talk about, and it's just going to be coming out as we go here. I like to just ramble on with these things, and I don't like to slip edit everything. I just want this to feel natural and just kind of speak from the heart with all these videos as they kind of come up here. And hopefully you get some good information out of this and we can all own our lives together. So enjoy the rest of your days out there. I will be back with another video here soon, and we will see you in the next one.